Hello everyone, so I'm really going to show you how to connect your credit and debit card button from PayPal on your order forms instead of adding it to a separate page or using the HTML coding. So first of all, you're going to want to go to your PayPal account, okay, and then you're going to say, it depends on what your layout looks like, but you're going to go to wherever you create your buttons. Alright, and now for this example, we're going to use the $100 Launchpad program just to keep things consistent. Okay, so first, there you'll see your button, and please excuse the I wonder if I can make this a bit smaller. No. So this layout is on a tablet because it was the only way that I could show with good quality what I'm doing. So please excuse the layout, but at the end of the day it'll still look similar, and the most important part will be on a different device. Okay, so first you're going to your product names. Okay, and then we have product ID, you have your currency or your price. Okay, you don't want to let people buy more than once. Do not collect customer shipping address. And just for going the extra mile, we're just gonna say shipping not applicable, tax is not applicable. We're not gonna put a label there. This is the most important one. Okay, so here you're going to say use a custom auto return URL. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to your funnels on system.io, and now you're going to take your website fee for your launchpad. You're going to go in there, and then you're just going to select the URL. You're just going to copy the URL. You're going to go back to your PayPal, and you're going to, let me just select that, and you're gonna paste that in there. Okay, and then you can build it. All right, and now this link right here is going to be important for one of the next steps. Okay, so on to step 2. Okay, now you go to your funnel. All right, whatever funnel you have, then you go to your order form. Okay, so for this example, we're going to work with the Launchpad order form. All right, you're going to edit your page. So now what you want to do is, okay, you're going to add a button like this one right here. So as you can see, mine is already added, or ours is already added. So now I'm going to add one just to show you a bit of how to streamline the process. So what I'm going to do is we're going to add a form button. Okay, and you're going to add it. So I'm going to add that one right there. So that's what it's going to look like. At this stage, now what you want to do is you want to get it to look like that or like that. That was the original one. Okay. So now you're going to go to, you're going to click on that. Number one is you want, let's start there. Okay. So you want to select to a custom URL. Okay. And then we'll get back to that just now. Now we want it to look like the top buttons. So you're going to say full width to get it to there. And then you can literally go to that one, to the top one, to your original button that is there. On your order form, this one will probably not be there. So you want to go to that one. And you're literally going to go look at what are the settings on that one. So number one is what we can do is we can go to the color, and we're going to say, okay, we're going to copy that. We're going to go to that button again. And then when we go to the color, we're going to paste it in there. And there you go. There's the same color. And now what you can do is what I've already done there. When you have your color, you can literally select one of these and it'll save it for you. Okay. So then if you want to go through all of them manually, or you want to use that color again somewhere in your website, you actually have it as one of your colors stored for you, your backup colors or your color wheel, have you. Okay. So now you're going to look at what are all the settings on this one. So as you can see, we changed that one because we wanted something else than buy now, because we thought that maybe it'll cause some confusion if you see a button that says buy now, that was there, buy now and then credit debit card, right? So I think it can cause the customer some confusion. So we just said, okay, PayPal account payment, because at the end of the day, that is what that button goes through for, and then credit or debit card payment. Okay, so now we look at font size, we look at line height, we look at the font type, we look at the margins, we look at the padding. The rounded corners are especially very, very, very important. So now you can go there and you select, there's your rounded corners, and you say, okay, this is supposed to be 50. This one's supposed to be 50. And say 50 and 50. Okay. And of course, you can change your text as well. You say click here, you take, no, you say you take out the subtext, number one. Number two is you say, okay, well, this is debit or credit slash debit card payment. And you can name it whatever you want, whatever you feel like feels right to you, whatever you would, if you went onto some website, what would make you less confused and what would make you actually push the button. So, okay, I'm not going to go through the whole process of changing that one button, but what I want to show you is once you have that one, once you have that button and you are happy with it, okay, what you do now is you have to go look at what it looks like on the mobile version, and you'll see that it changes quite a bit. But now one thing that I want to tell you guys is that you can change your, I would say, your mobile and your desktop view. So, in other words, your desktop screen and your mobile, like your phone screen, you can change how it displays on that quite separately, which is quite beneficial. Okay, so yeah, that is, so now you can change it here again. Okay, say we want the margin at the top to be a bit bigger and at the bottom. And then I actually just want to show you what, so let's make the font size a bit bigger, say C. Okay, just to prove my point here. So now whatever you change on this, it won't change your desktop. Okay, so you have to make sure that you look at both of these, the desktop display and the mobile display. Make sure to make changes to both of them so that you are happy with the display and the layout of it, and then you'll be a-okay. And now the next thing I want to show you is once you are happy with this button, right? You just, if you just hover over it, you'll see these things pop up. So now what you want to do is you want to save this. And what you're going to do is you say, okay, well, this is my debit. I'm just going to save it under a name test. This is my debit credit card button. Okay. And then you say create. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to streamline your process. And what I mean by that is it's going to make for much less trouble. Okay. So now you go to blocks. If you go to your next order form, right? If you go to say the $300 or the $600, what have you, doesn't even matter. But if you go to whatever place you want to put a new button in, it hasn't got the debit credit card button yet. So now you go to blocks, you go to my blocks, and there it is. So there you've basically created your own template for this button. Okay. And now it'll look the same everywhere. And again, make sure that you go through both displays. Okay. That is so important to do that because it might look great on the desktop display, but then it looks like absolute yeah on the mobile display. Okay. So then I will now, in the next part, I'll show you exactly how we connect this button to your PayPal. Alright, so now the last step is basically to connect the button on your order form to your actual PayPal button. Alright, so now you go back to your PayPal button that you created. This is the Launchpad one. And remember that link we got. Okay, so now we're going to copy that link. We're going to go back to the editor where we were. And on that button, remember you guys said, okay, to custom URL. I'm just going to literally paste that URL that you just selected in there. And then you are done. You have your button and you can go and test it as well. So we can go out, we can say, just going to select that and put that into a new. Okay, so now we're testing it. There's our button. Oh yeah, you have to, okay, I'm just gonna fill this in. Okay, all my details are in. Let's see if it works. There you go. There is your button. And now we actually tested this to make sure that the like the chain doesn't break, right? So we like, if you want to make sure, like I think it is, we asked like $5. We made a demo one for $5, and you cannot pay yourself. Just remember that you can't on the device that you have your PayPal account open. You can't do this with your own card number and your own details as well, because then PayPal senses that you're paying yourself, and they do not like that. So then you'll get a lot of errors. So make sure you test that. If you have a dummy button, that if you create a dummy or a demo PayPal button, just to test it, just to see whether your whole process is still working the way it should. Just remember to do it on another device. Yeah, because like we know that from experience now. Okay, so that is it from our side. Hope this helped you guys, and yeah, till next time, bye.